We'll start. So very good afternoon to all of you. So in the last session, like today we are going to discuss about the wave of trust. The waves. Trust is something which is very important in all the relations. Whatever relations we hold, trust play a very the bond between us, the bond between me and my parents, the bond between me and my family, the bond between me and my friend, the bond between me and my within the organization is very strong. It is because of the trust we have between each other, not just with the individual. We have trust even on the in our organization, on the organization also. We have trust on each and everything. Like if we are consulting a doctor, we have trust on that doctor that yes, the doctor, whatever he is going to do will be good for us. He is going to make us well soon. Now if we talk about when we are flying from one place to another, we are in the flight. Again, we have trust on the pilot that he is going to land us safely to the next destination, to our destination. If we are in the school, we have trust on our teachers that whatever they are teaching, it is good for us. It is going to make us grow in our future life ahead. If we talk about parents, whatever they are teaching us, that is going to benefit us in the near future. So all the relation, whenever we listen to someone, whenever we act in that specific direction, that means we have trust on that specific relationship. So a wave of trust says that there are different type of trust, which trust we have already covered, but I'll have joined today. So self-trust, it is a trust which we have on ourselves. So basically there are 5 type of trust. That is self-trust, relationship trust, organizational trust, market trust, and social trust. So first was the self-trust. Self-trust means the trust which we have on self. The basic question which we need to ask ourselves is, do we trust ourselves? Do I have trust on myself? Am I someone whom others can trust? So this is what we have studied in self-trust. So here we have asked some few questions to ourselves, that is integrity. Do you approach everything you do with integrity? That is second is intent, the capabilities, and the last one is result. If you don't have result for whatever you are doing, no one is going to trust you in the near future. For example, if a person who is having already 3 construction sites pending, the construction is still not yet completed, and he has taken book flats for many people. For the 4th building, no one is going to show trust on him until and unless he don't finish it of that thing. On the other hand, there is a person whose buildings are pending, but before starting with the 4th project, he completes all those 3 buildings. He hand over the flats to the customers. Then for the 4th building, people are going to show trust on that person because he has delivered results. Second is the relationship trust. Now relationship trust means there are few things. That is it is something establishing trust between the 2 persons, or 2 groups or organizations. So for that, what all things you need to practice for relationship trust? That is, talk straight. You should always be specific, direct to the point, no matter it's going to act as a positive thing or a negative thing on the mind of other person, but you need to talk straight. Talking straight doesn't mean using bad language. Talking directly, saying directly to the point. Second is demonstrate respect. Always show respect, no matter he is superior, he is lower than you, he's a worker under you, he is your friend, he's your family, he's a younger sibling, he's an elder person. No matter what he is, the only thing is we should show respect for all the people. Third is create transparency. The transparency on whatever you are saying, whatever you are doing, whatever you are speaking, the transparency should be there. There shouldn't be any hidden fact, hidden thing. for the things you are discussing. If you are sharing something, it should be the complete transparent information which you are sharing. Right and wrong, you need to differentiate between right and wrong. Some people, what they do, just simply justify their wrong behavior. Don't do that. If you did something wrong, have that courage to accept that yes, I did wrong and correct that thing. This means right and wrong. Show loyalty. Always be loyal towards your relationship. Loyalty. What is loyalty? Loyalty as person. Don't always take entire credit in your hand when you have one task in that thing. So give loyalty, show loyalty. Give credit to the person who actually did that work for the betterment of the organization. Deliver result. Always have something to be delivered, not just by words, but your action should also show that yes, whatever you have committed, you have delivered that thing. Next is get better. Try to learn, try to improve every day. You cannot practice oneself. If you're having one set of skills, you cannot practice that for the entire life. You need to upgrade yourself on daily basis. So always deliver best, get better from day to day. It is confront reality. You cannot close your eyes when you see something in front of you. So it means if you are honest about difficulties, issues, address them, prioritize them, solve that thing. Don't get afraid of that. So face the real life, face the reality. Clarify expectation. If someone is expecting something from you, or if you are expecting something from other person in your relation, please be very specific. Clarify that thing, that these are my expectations. I want you to do those things, because he's not a person who can just enter your head and understand all those things. You need to explain them. No one in this world, no matter how close that person is, what bond you're sharing with that person, but the other person cannot get into your mind and understand what is going on in your mind. You need to clarify that thing. Practice. Anyone said something? Okay. Practice accountability. Accountability means always make sure that you are accountable and you are taking the responsibility of whatever you are doing, and same thing, you're making others to take the responsibility of whatever they are doing, if it's good or bad, but you are taking your own accountability, your responsibility of that action. Listen first. Don't just try to be a speaker. Always be a listener, to listen to the things, analyze, understand, and then respond, then give your feedback. Keep your commitments. If you have committed something, so it's your responsibility to fulfill those commitments. Many times what happens is we are good in committing. We never say no. We know. We think if we are going to say no, other person might feel bad. So in being good books of the other person, we simply say yes. But when the time comes to fulfill that commitment, we just take a step back. Just taking step back at the last minute is going to spoil your relationship. But if you are going to be honest, if you are going to say yes or no at the initial time only, it is not going to impact you. It's not going to it is not going to affect your relationship. So if you have committed something, make sure you are keeping your commitment. Even if it's the commitment is as small as going out for a movie, that commitment also you need to keep with you. Next is extended trust. So others, the behavior, the way how others are behaving is going to bring trust in that relation. It will leader you are. So this is this leader. So extend your trust. If you are going to give, others are also going to do the same thing. Let's get back to the third wave of trust, that is organizational trust. Do you think in the organization, is it important to have a trustworthy environment in the organization? do we need a trustworthy environment and organization? What do you think? Is it needed?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it is needed. So in the organization, trust play a very important role. What are the key questions you can ask for yourself when we are talking about organizational trust? That is, what's the culture like? What is the culture of the organization? This brings trust of the people. If you think that the culture is very friendly, it's an open culture. All the people are, the company values its employees. Company take care of the need of the employees. So this shows a trustworthy environment, trustworthy culture. Ask them, what does a company stand for, and do we act with integrity? So if you are seeing that the company, the purpose for which the company is made, the company is doing, is the company doing in the same way? Is the company acting in the same way? If yes, then yes, it's again one point. Do we foster a culture around honesty, trust, and ethical behavior? Are we following these things? Are we building a culture of honesty? Are we having a culture of trust? Are we having a culture of ethical behavior? Do we follow ethical behavior in our organization? Do we behave ethically? So if again it's a yes, then the last thing which we need to ask is, are we a collaborative and high trust environment? So is the organization, are they trustworthy organization? Do they have lot of trust? Do they collaborate together? Do they show trust? If yes, then yes, the organization trust is being developed, and this is the organization which gives you a trustworthy environment. This is an organization on which you can close your eyes and you can trust that organization for a better future, for your career growth, and for getting good work culture environment. So the organization have symptoms of low trust, people manipulating fact with holding information, resisting new changes, new ideas, covering up their mistake. These all type of people are there in the organization. So if you have manipulating fact, if you have manipulative people, if you have people who are not passing on the information, who are holding the information to themselves, you have people who are covering up their mistake, who are pushing other person, who are putting the mistakes on other person. There are people who are resistant, who don't want to accept new ideas, new technology, new changes. Then this shows that the organization is low with the trust. Low trust is the result of violating principles. Now here what we're doing, we are violating the principle. We are not working as per the principles. We are not working as per the rules, ethics of the organization. So if we are not working in that way, if we are becoming a person who don't want to trust the organization, then we are moving in the low trust environment, and this is the result of violating the principles. No, everyone is doing the way they want to do, and hence we are not having trust in the organization. And you know why this happened? What is the reason? The reason for this to happen is the leaders. Leaders are missing this part. Leaders are unable to bring that trust within the team, within the company. So it is the sole responsibility. It's not the whole, but yes, it is the responsibility of the leader to bring that trust within the organization, within the team members, and they need to focus on building trust for organization within the team. It is very important. When you are going to trust your organization, then only you can come up with the best productivity, then only you can give your best, then only you are going to take that organization as your own, and you will be working with 100% efficiency, with 100% productivity. You will just want your organization to grow, and all these things will happen only when you have that trust in the organization. You know, there are many organizations in this pandemic time where the employees willingly took salary cut. There are employees who were ready to leave part of their salary. There were employees who didn't quitted their job from those organizations, though they got very good opportunities in the market. You know why? Why these people didn't quitted their job from those organizations? Was the trust they were having. They were standing by their organization's side. They were having one thing in mind, that when we were in trouble, the organization always stood by us. So how can we leave our own loving organization at this stage of time in this pandemic? How can we leave our organization? So when you have that trust in the organization, your organization is definitely going to have an upward trend, going to grow in the near future. There's going to be no straight line. There's no going to be no lower trend when you will trust your organization. So developing trust is not only in the hand of organization, it is the mutual thing which is done by the leaders who are representing the organization, as well as the employees who are working in the organization. Organization can frame the policies for the betterment of the employees, but employees need to work in the direction which is going to achieve the goals, vision, and mission of the organization too. So if you are going, it is something where you are giving trust and you are taking trust. It's give and take relation. If you that is honest, that is true, then yes, you are going to develop a trustworthy environment in the organization. The next is the market trust. It is all about the brand name, the goodwill, the reputation organization hold in the market. You know, in between, there was a situation where the Maggie was having a very bad image. People stopped eating Maggie. It was thrown out of the house. So this image was spoiled. But now they have worked again. They came up with the facts. They came up with the figures. They came up with the research. They came up with the uh, proof that yes, we are not using any harmful things in our product. Our product is absolutely safe for child as well as for the adult. So the reputation you have in the market, the brand name you have in the market, the brand value you are creating, the goodwill you are creating is all about the market trust. It is something where the people just enter the store and simply goes for, yes, I just want to have a Himalaya product for babies. That is the market trust you have developed. A person just enters and say, okay, I want to have Haldiram snacks for me. The brand trust you have created, and it is all about the name, reputation, fame you have in the market. It is all about feeling you have that makes you want to buy that product. It shows the relationship between trust, speed, and cost. So when a person is really willingly buying that product, you need not to market that product every time. You need not to promote that product every time. You need not to come up with the samples of that product every time. That means you have gained the market trust for your product. Nowadays, what do we see? Some brands keep on promoting their product. They always go with some offers. And there are some brands, though they don't come up with any offers, they don't come up with benefit, but still we just want to buy those products. No matter we are paying more than what other products are offering, the price may be high, the quantity may be less, but it is giving you a quality thing, and that is the reason you move in that direction. So it is market trust. There is a relationship between the trust, the speed, and the cost. If the trust is there, the speed is going to increase, the cost is going to reduce. The speed as in the supply chain, the supply of the product, the demand of the product will increase, and if that will increase, the cost will come down because we will have to produce larger quantity. And when the quantity is produced larger, it is hardly going to it is going to reduce your overall cost. Along with that, the promotional cost will decrease, because now people are taking your product by the name, by your brand name itself. They do not want to try that thing. They do not want to come up with the experience. They do not want to taste those things. So that thing is not there. So it is ultimately going to reduce your cost. So it is, yes, again, brand is important for all. Even at individual level also, we have a brand, we have a reputation, we have a reputation of trust. Now what is that reputation of trust? Like as an individual, we see some people who simply say that yes, I trust that person. This person is very genuine. He never lies. He is very honest. He is down to earth. That is the individual brand that person has created. Now, if we talk about an hospital, in the hospital, there are a lot of doctors. We visit that hospital saying that yes, this hospital is trustworthy hospital. All the employees in these hospitals are, all the doctors in in this hospital are experienced, well trained, carrying a good experience. But at times we just visit individual doctor in their clinic. What is the reason? It's not the market trust, it's not the trust on the organization we are having, it's the trust we are having on the individual identity, it's a trust we are having on that individual person. So that is the reason. It can be organizational trust or it can be the individual trust also. You need to create trust with customers, your suppliers, your clients, your organization, your investors, your community. With all, you need to have a trust. Now, what are the key questions coming under market trust? Is first, does your brand execute integrity, honesty, and trust? Is this thing there in your brand? Is it coming up with integrity? Are they honest? Are they trustful? Is a brand associated with delivering on a promising and commitment? Yeah, many organizations are known just for their keeping their promises, for keeping on their commitments, and that is how they create that market trust. If you be on your promise, if you be on your commitment, if you deliver the product on time, that means yes, you are good in promising and keeping up your commitments. Next is, does a brand demonstrate profits but caring about people along their prices, because they care more about the people rather than just making profit. There are many organizations now working for the people itself. So what kind of organization you are having? When you are, even if you are just making profit, are you compromising with the health of the people? Are you reducing your quantity? Are you reducing your quality of the product just because you want to increase profit? If it is so, then you cannot develop trust. But yes, the other thing is, yes, we are making profit. Along with that, we take care of the good health of the people also. We try to deliver best thing to our people. Okay, dear, we'll do that once we finish up the one last thing, and then definitely we'll have the question around. Okay. Yes. Next, is a brand correlated to higher excellence, quality, and relevance in our market? Is a brand related to that? If yes, then yes, we are holding a good market trust. And the last one is our brand linked to a solid track record? What is the track record of our brand? For example, if we say Johnson and Johnson baby product, there is trust on that product, that yes, it is taking care of the quality also, and it is good for the babies, for the small infants. So we blindly trusted brand. We take products same as Himalaya, Johnson. These two are two of the most popular brands when it comes to baby products. Same way, if we talk about snack item, like if I talk about Rajasthan, here Haldiram is very famous. If we talk about milk packets, so in Bangalore and Karnataka, there are many different milk packets, but some brands are very common. They trust those brands like Nandini milk, then it's Heritage, then Amul. All these things are the trusted brands, right? So it depends which brand you are holding and what track record you are holding. If the track record is good, then yes, people will definitely come and trust you, even if they go with some other brand. But yes, once or twice, after using that brand for once or twice, they'll definitely come back to you if you have actually delivered a quality product to them. Okay, and going with the last trust, that is societal trust. What is that?
Society.
Society. Yes. So it's society trust or societal trust. What's that? What is society trust? We trust a society, so every person we see in the society, do we trust them?
No, ma'am.
Then what is society trust? It is something where it intend to create the value instead of destroying the thing, instead of destroying it, and to give back to the society instead of always taking from the society. It is something we are doing for the society which has given us so many things. So when it comes to society trust, it says, do we seek to get involved and make a difference? Are we ready to get involved in the social work? Are we ready to create and make a difference? Yes, we are. As a responsible citizen of the country, we should get involved with these type of things to create a difference, to make a difference within the society. If so, do we do this with the purpose of serving societal needs rather than self-promotion? What is your main motive? You know, many times we might come across some people who are just posing for the things. Actually, when it comes to real work, they are not doing. So what is your purpose? Are you genuinely doing this? Are you genuinely interested in doing something for the society, bringing change in the society, or you are just doing it for the self promotion? Like many organizations, they genuinely make their employees work for corporate social responsibility. They genuinely come up with the projects and which their employees are doing for the benefit of the society. But there are some organizations which are not actually working for that. They are just working for the promotion. Even if they have cleared 100 meter of area, they'll promote it as if they have cleaned 1 to 10 kilometers of area just for the promotion that we did such a big task. You know, the one who is promoting everywhere are the one who are working for the self promotion, not for the need of the society, not for serving the society. Whenever someone is serving the society, they won't be running behind getting name and fame every time. Yes, I agree that people want name and fame, they'll be getting, but that is not going to be the ultimate motive. They won't be working only for their own self promotion, that yes, I am a socialist, for the name, not by their work. So what are you? You are working for the serving the society, for their society benefit, for meeting the society need, or you are working for your self promotion? How much value do we place on contributions such as volunteering effort? How many of you take part in the voluntary efforts which people do for serving the society? How many of you are part of these voluntary efforts?
Myself, ma'am.
What have you done voluntarily?
Watering to the plants in our area.
Okay. So that was the voluntary efforts. There was no hidden motive behind that, that I want to promote myself, I want self promotion. No such motive was there. It was just a motive to create greenery, to bring greenery in the society, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about others? What have we done for our society? Are we coming up with some voluntary projects? Are we taking part in the voluntary efforts which others are doing and we are just being asked to be a part of that? Are we doing that?
Ma'am, I'm working in Ashman Foundation. The foundation pursues for the needy people. We collect money, clothes, or whatever we can from people. We are just unpaid employees of that foundation. Our goal is to help the poor, and I'm
Okay,
in
so
it.
here we can see that yes, again without, okay, again without doing something for yourself, without working for self promotion, you are working for the society without expecting anything in return from the society, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I right? Okay. Others? Yes, others. If you are not working for the society, time is now. You need to start working for the society, because Honestly speaking, working for the society play a very important role. The society has given us so many things, and it's the time when, when we enter into our 60s, when we are earning, when we are settled down, it's the time for you to give back to the society. It's a time for you to make your society grow. We keep on saying, wow, foreign countries are so lovely, they are so clean. Who are responsible for creating mess, dirtiness everywhere? Who is responsible?
We are the people, ma'am.
We are the people who are responsible. So why don't we create a trustworthy environment in the society? Why don't we work for the society? If we, the youth of the country, says that we are not going to throw anything on road, we are going to use proper dustbins, we are going to make our country a better place, a clean place to live in, do you think our country is going to be such a dirty place? What we say, nowadays many cities, they are working for that, and our country is clean, very clean. We are working for cleaning the water, for cleaning the gardens, the roads, and we are actually working on this from last 5 years. Am I right?
Swachh Bharat, ma'am.
Yes. Swachh Bharat. Yes, we have actually made our country Swachh Bharat. So for that, who should take the initiative? It's the government. It's the government who is responsible to take the initiative, or we as the people who are using these facilities. I don't think only the government is using the infrastructure. Government is using the society resources. Government is using that cool natural air which we get when we are sitting in the garden, when we are sitting under the tree. It's we who are using that. So why can't we take the responsibility of growing those trees? There was one quotation which said, "Each one grow one." Is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
is it so difficult to grow just one plant? To take care of that one plant, is it really difficult?
No,
Then are we growing? How many of you are taking care of just one plant?
more than one plant, ma'am.
Okay, you are taking care. Okay, you are into that project only. Okay. What about others? And then we say, sorry, it's so hot outside. It's so hot. There should be more trees, so that we could relax. But we are not ready to grow that thing. So society trust is something where we need to show trust towards the society. We need to show our dedication towards the society. We need to come up that yes, we have got many things from that to our society. So not just for the self promotion, start working genuinely for the need of the society. How? We have some of the renowned names. Like if we talk about Mother Teresa, she was working for the society. She was not expecting anything in return except that love and care. Right? She was not expecting. She worked for the people. There are many other people who are working and we don't even know their names. They are actually working. And those are the people, the names which we don't know. Those are the people who are genuinely working for the society, not just for the self promotion. There's a lot of difference between working and showing. Showcasing is done by many, but here I'm talking about working. With showcasing, you cannot build the atmosphere of trust, right? It is always about results. So when you do something, you will get results in your hand. So these are the 5 waves of trust. Always have these wave of trust in your life. Follow these waves so that you create trust at each and every place wherever you are going. It is very important to create an environment of trust around you. If you have an environment of trust, you'll be happy, you'll be less stressful, you will love to go to that place, you will love working over there. So having that atmosphere is very important, and that can only be done when all the person around you start practicing these trust. No, most important, start learning to have trust on yourself. Start trusting yourself. When you say that I want to do that, trust yourself that yes, if I'm saying I want, I can, I will, and work in that direction. Just start showing. If you will trust yourself, people around you will definitely trust yourself, and trusting yourself means coming up with the desired result. A person failing in life for 10 times and 11th time, he is standing again with some results in his hand. Wow, what a person. He did something good for the society. He did something creative. He's so intelligent. He's so innovative. Those are the remarks we are going to get. Those are the feedback we are going to get. You know, those 10 times when we failed, no one is going to remember that thing. Whenever we come up with something different, yes, people will come up with questions, people will ask you, but it's you who need to have trust on yourself and who need to come up with the results in your hand, that these are the results, this is what I have done, and you can see that. Once you have the result, people will praise you, right? So start trusting yourself. How many of you will start that thing? How many of you will practice trusting yourself first?
Myself, ma'am.
What about others? In the
Yes, ma'am, I will
Clique?
too.
Yes. What about Rashmita? Don't want to practice self-trust? Okay. So that's all for the session. We have completed wave of trust. Now in the next session, we will be discussing about how to restore trust if the trust is lost. Why building trust is very important at the workplace. What are the benefits of trusting at workplace? We'll be discussing all these things in the next session. So that's all for today's session. We'll see you at 4:50 with the last topic of the day, that is time management.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Welcome. Welcome. Bye bye. Take care.